$400 hop off the table with some ass. It was crazy. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Vivi Secret, and I just wanted to come to you guys again with a nightcap 21 questions interview. So we're gonna hop into some questions right now. I do have my best editor and friend Dessisweetie interviewing me. You follow her at Dessisweetie on YouTube. And we're going to just go ahead and jump into these 21 questions. As you know, I've been going through a journey. It has been very challenging. But we're going to hop into some most asked questions about my journey. And you know what I'm talking about. Biopolymer review. So we're gonna get into 21 questions 50 Cent style. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna let my girl Dessisweetie take the reins and stay tuned for these questions.
All right, so secret, right?
Yes.
Okay, so first question is, how long have you had your bipolymers / injections in for?
So I got my biopolymers or injections. I got them done in 2010. I was about 2010 or 2011 because I was about 21 years old. So that's when I got them done.
Okay.
By the way, I'm always gonna keep some honey and some tea, so don't judge me. Get what you drink on. I don't know what y'all drinking on. Hennessy, Patron, water, orange juice, whatever it is. But I always have me some tea. And y'all know that from my previous videos. Okay.
Okay. So second question is, where did you go to get your injections?
So I'm from Texas. As you know, if you've already, you know what I'm saying, like, comment, and subscribed, you would know that I am from Austin, Texas. So I got my shots done in Texas, and they were done in Dallas, Texas, which is about 3.5 hours from Austin, Texas.
Okay. Third question is, what made you want to get your injections?
Well, at the time, I was going through a lot of things. I had started dancing. And it was a lot of women, like it's a lot of different women, a lot of different bodies. And I seen girls with thick bodies that were making money. And, you know, I would hear girls in the locker room talking about like, oh, you can go, you know, basically get like a quick return on going to go get your injections done and being back at work and making more money because of it. So that's basically why I had went.
Okay, so the fourth question is, how much did the procedure cost?
Yeah, I should have known it was a problem when I was gonna be paying such a cheap amount. And if you had like a referral or going through somebody, you got an even cheaper price. So if I'm not, I think for a fact I went through somebody and it ended up getting me a deal. So the very first time I went, I got a half session, and I believe that was like $400 or $500. No cap, for real. $400 hop off the table with some ass. It was crazy. And if you got a full session, I believe it was like $800 or $1,000. So yeah, around there. But if you had your referral, you might drop it down. You might get a hookup. I don't know, but it was some ratchet shit going on.
Okay, so the fifth question is, what did they say they were injecting you with?
Okay, so when you get there, basically, like, prior to you going, it was just about hearsay. Like, everybody kind of already knew what had happened and what had went on. So they basically was saying that it was medical grade silicone. the same thing that at the time people were putting into breast implants. So mentally you're thinking, okay, people have breast implants, so it's fine. Like, I don't know, that's what I was thinking.
So next question is, what actually was it that they were injecting you with?
So around 2015 or 2016, the lady that did my injections went to jail for injecting industrial grade silicone. So I just now found out it's like 3 different or 4 different grades of silicone. It's industrial, commercial, medical. Like, I didn't even know all that. So, you know, as you get older, you become more knowledgeable of more things.
Thank you. So, the next question is, how long before you started having symptoms?
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? I was shaking that thing for a long time. No problems. None that I thought of. Not even really until like 2019 that I even think that I started seeing like my body was tired all the time. I started to have like some aching in the bones. I thought that was just normal for me, but I'll come to find out symptoms of my biopolymer. So that was like, you know, that was around when.
So next question is, what was your breaking point?
My breaking point for going ahead and getting this procedure was the health issues just continued to pile up. You know, at first it was the aching, and then it was the tiredness, and then I started to have other things going on. I started to notice things with my blood work was going on. I started to notice like my legs would swell after work, or maybe I would feel little clumps or something in my butt, or like just all things started to pile up, and all that I was like, okay, is this in the back of my head? Like, any person that has injections, and I know this, and they probably don't talk about it, in the back of your head, you're always questioning if something that's going on with you is the reason because of your ass shots. So that's basically, I let it pile up, and I finally was like, I gotta go get this out of my body.
Okay, so the next question is, how long did it take you to save up for your removal?
My removal was very challenging for me to save up for. I worked night and day, about 3 jobs. Halfway went insane trying to save up the money. Sleepless nights, crying, everything else. I want to say it took me almost 2 years, mentally and financially, to be able to meet the goal.
Okay. All right, so the next question is, what challenges did you face prior to getting your removal?
There were a lot of challenges. As I said, mentally, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I've been this person for so long, and even the person that I started out being when I got the shots, I was way smaller. As you guys know from some of my previous videos, I was very, very petite when I got the shots. So by the time I started to gain weight, I really was loving everything about me. So it was really challenging mentally to go through this journey. And what else was the question?
What challenges did you face?
Some of the other challenges was just family, feeling like, you know, well, what is the issue? Like, do you have to do this? Or why did you go and do that in the first place? Mm-hmm. And just, you know, just having to deal with the people around you thinking, like, looking at you every day like, well, you're fine to me. I don't think you need a, you know, but they're not with you on those nights where it's on your mind. They're not in your mental, so.
Well, okay, the next question is, how did you decide between open and closed procedure?
That is a very, very good question. So the open procedure is when you have an incision. I would think of it as if a woman gets a cesarean cut, it's from here to here. So just revert that to your behind, and then from here basically from this area to this area in the lower half. So the C-section of the behind is what I call it. But the doctors don't call it, they call it a butterfly cut. But I was very skeptical about a cut. You know, I've already had surgeries before with a cut, and I just was like, I don't want another cut. But honestly, if you think about it in a medical way, you would know that the biopolymer is in there with your fat, and over time you lose and you gain weight, you lose and you gain weight. So going in and trying to liposuction it out, how are you going to be able to get all of it with that small cannula? A lot of the doctors were controversial about the closed procedure, and when I looked into it more and more, like, how can you actually get it out? When you look at the MRIs, you have these large masses of biopolymers, and the cannula is about this small. So how that ain't even equivalent. And there's videos that show that the cannula does not get it out. It just makes things worse and could spread it throughout your body. So I chose the open method.
Okay. So the next question is, what made you want to go to a doctor out of the country?
So we were talking about that cut, and the doctors in the United States, I felt the cut was not as clean. It wasn't as precise as the doctors in in Colombia. The doctors in Colombia have very, very nice surgical cuts, and the doctors in America cuts weren't as nice, didn't fit the silhouette as nice, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so how long do you have to stay out of the country for your removal?
So any person that's wanting to do a removal, including myself, me going through this journey, I had to stay here at least 4 weeks is what the doctor recommends. There are some people that over time I've met that did like about 3 weeks and went through the process and did like a 3-week recovery and went on home after that. For me, my body is very, very sensitive. I just wanted to go ahead and stay the 4 weeks. Since I invested so much into this, I did not want to make any mistakes.
Next question is, why Colombia?
Colombia, again, Colombia doctors are known, surgeons are known for their work, and my doctor here, his work was unlike any other plastic surgeon that I looked at, as far as his scar work, as far as the consistency and the class and everything. I really trusted in him.
Okay, so the next question is, how did your family take knowing you had biopolymer injections?
Honestly, when I got my injections, it was hard. It was hard because I was just going through a lot during that time, and that's why you should tune into some of my previous videos to know how I got to these decisions that I made. If you tap into the video about me going to jail in college, that made a big impact on my decision making. So honestly, at that time when I was younger, I was just like, y'all can't tell me nothing, because of all the stuff I had went through. I felt like nobody had saved me from that. So I just did what I did. So.
Okay, last set of questions coming up. Okay, so how much does the surgery cost?
The surgery is expensive. The surgery, just a flat out answer, estimated it's around 11 to 12K.
You can say over.
But it's really over 11K. And I'll say that because you have to be living somewhere for a month out the country. You also have to have food, medical, prescriptions, all kind of fajas and all kind of stuff.
Okay. All right, so the next question is, what mental challenges have you faced since the removal?
Since the removal, I've just had like a reality. Like it's so hard to tap into the reality of what has went on. I tried to build myself up for this moment, but even with all the preparations in the world, when it actually happens, you're still in shock about what you did. And mentally, you're looking in the mirror and you're like, you don't want to connect yourself to your past. You want to accept the new and embrace the new, and then, you know, but at the same time, you have scars that you have to embrace. You have trauma that you've dealt with, and so mentally, it can be heavy. But just gotta always remember that you're not your body. You are way more than your body. You're your personality. You're your heart. You're your soul, and you're God's child.
Great. That was a good answer. Okay, so we're back. Not that they'll know. They won't know. Why did you smile so much? Okay, so, but it's not a problem. You can smile.
I always smile, so.
What should you eat after recovery? What to eat after recovery?
Alright, so first things first, you already know your girl gonna have her tea.
We know that. She's acting like we don't know that. We've been knowing that.
Oh my god, you gotta have your tea. But make sure you have plenty of hydration. Water. No soda, no coffee. Tea is good. Make sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables in. Fruits, vegetables, soup. Gotta get your protein in. So ground beef, chicken. I don't advise much pork at all. If you do, maybe some slices of bacon after 10 days. No dairy. Yeah. Fruit it up, vegetable it up,
Pineapple.
Protein it up. Pineapple is so good for post-op recovery. Your vitamins, you know what I'm saying? And just anything that you look up online that says it's very healthy for you to get all your vitamins and stuff in, eat it.
Okay. All right. So, what are some restrictions after surgery? What? Moving wise?
So for your restrictions, you're going to be very uncomfortable. I'm going to just say that. Any privacy that you might have had, you're just gonna, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was crying because I had to poop standing up. Like, who poops standing up? That's not cute. But I was literally bawling eyes, crying, like poop coming out. Like, it's just, it's tough. I'm just giving it to you raw. You have to sleep on your stomach, so all that tossing and turning in the night, ain't no tossing and turning in the night. You have drains that you can't lay on, and there's no sleeping on one side or sleeping on another side or sleeping on your back. None of that. Like, you're uncomfortable. The stitches, you're always thinking about your stitches. You're kind of uncomfortable because it feels like it's pulling in your tailbone area. Walking, you're stiff as fuck. Like, there's a lot of uncomfortable things you gotta deal with. You can't bend over and pick up your own stuff. You gotta get other people to pick it up for you. Can't pull up your own pants. You can't shower yourself. You can't even get your body fully submerged in water. Like, it's a process. It is a process. So those are some of the restrictions that you have to deal with.
Last question. Do you feel that you will get a BBL or a reconstruction after recovery?
Honestly, I feel that I would not have went through this journey if I didn't make the mistake of not loving myself enough years ago. I do not want to get a BBL.
Okay, so the last and the bonus question is, do you want to tell them what just happened, or?
Literally, we had just recorded this whole thing, and we have to record it again. So now I got an attitude, but we're going to just try to get through it.
Okay, so last question, right? We have a bonus question, right? Okay, so how does life look at home now after your removal?
Life back home will just be mainly getting back into where I was at. I want to just get back to work, get back into school, do the things I love, and that's gonna help me just reconnect with the way my life was before. Even though I'm going back a changed body, I am going back healthier, and I'm just gonna go back and hop into those things so that I can get back to normal, get back into the groove of things. That's the best way. Like, if anybody want to reach out and feel like, hey, I don't know how to go through this journey, just please reach out to me, inbox me, and I'll help you. Like, I'm here. It's not easy. Sometimes you just need somebody that already done it, that you can like hit up and be like, look, hey girl, where do I even get started? And you can. I just really want to thank the 700 viewers that I had from the Biopolymer video, me telling my story. And I hope that you guys are all like, comment, and subscribing to this channel, because I want y'all to run it up. Like, I really want y'all to tap in this journey, because I'm about to do a series, and the series is going to be lit. It is going to be intense. It is going to be gruesome. Grab your stomachs, because some of these upcoming stuff is going to be hard to look at. But I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. It's your girl BB Secret coming to you, and I want to send a special round of applause to my interviewer today, Dessisweetie.
Woo!
Thank you so much for coming and doing this video and being here to support me in my journey here in Colombia. I want to thank you guys so much. Tap in, holla to all my Leos. It's Leo season. And I love you so much. Mwah. It's your girl, BB Secret. Holla.